Hey guys, Pitmaster here. Got a couple new tactical pens I want to show you guys. So that brings me up to six. I just want to show them to you guys. I mean, to be honest, I think it's kind of an important thing because it's a kind of a. I believe in equalizing the playing field. If you get jumped, I don't think any fight should be fair in the street unless it's agreed upon by two people stepping outside, like as it were in the old days. Hey, let's step outside. I mean, then to me, to be honest, if you say that, let's step outside, then you're both agreeing to a fight, and there should be rules. I mean, so you shouldn't say, hey, let's step outside. Then the guy steps outside with you, and you pull out a knife or gun. That's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of douchey. It's kind of a douchebag move, don't you think? But anyway, if you don't if you don't agree to fight with someone and they attack you, there's no rules. I think you should do whatever it takes to stop that attack. Whether it's, and if it's attack on the street, you should assume it's lethal. I mean, why would someone else be attacking you? You know, unless it's a little old lady and she's just drunk and she's like, stop, or something like that. If it's an attack on the street, you have to assume it's lethal. And if it isn't, if you don't assume that, and it is, you just made a bad fucking choice. Let me tell you. Sorry for cussing, but you need to assume it is. And you tell people, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight, but if I have to defend myself, I'm going to defend myself. So, with that said, I think a tactical pen is a great equalizer. If you don't, if you don't have a knife or a gun or pepper spray or etc., say some places you can't carry it. So a tactical pen is a good idea. Okay, the ones that I've shown you so far, I'm gonna turn this around. I've shown you my CRKT, right? I've shown you that one. So I already did I did a review on that one. And then this is my Smith & Wesson, my newer one. I love this one. Not quite as sharp as the old one, but it has a great feel, really sturdy. And then this is the one, I forget the name of this one, but this is the longest. It's kind of too long, and then the cap comes off, it screws off, but then it has nowhere to go. So sometimes you leave the cap somewhere. I want the cap to be able to come off and go back on. So that's that one. Then my old school. This is my old school Smith & Wesson. I love it, but it does feel a little loose where the grip is, so I just don't feel like it's quite as sturdy. But I do love this one. The two new ones I got. Okay, number one, this is called the Boker Plus. Boker Plus. I don't even know how to say that, but that's the box it came in. And this is it. It's tiny. It's small. Okay, but instead of the cover coming off, this one, it opens that way. So that now it can write. Now it can. Okay, it's kind of small for using for hammer fist, but this would actually be a perfect one to put in your hand like this for punching like this. And I think that's a very good. It'd be a very good weapon, striking in somebody's face, hopefully jabbing him in the eye if you have to. But remember, guys, this is not for a cage fight. See, now it writes. And it writes pretty good, guys. It's a little smaller than the rest. But now it's closed. So if you have to use it, you can actually just put it in your hands like this and use it to strike like that. Okay? So it feels sturdy. This one is really sturdy, this Boker one. I love the feel. And if you look on Amazon, and that's the name of it, there's a bunch of them, different colors and stuff. This one feels really good too because it's not too smooth. So if you were in a fight, it wouldn't slip too much. And I would put it this way. I don't know if I'd use it like this because it's a really short. I mean, you could hurt someone, stick them in the eye, but it does feel sturdy and it writes really well. I've written with all these pens, and they write really good. And when you unscrew over here, it has a replaceable cartridge. Okay, and these are about 25 bucks each. Okay, so. Then the other one I got, check it out. It's called the Hoffman Richter Stinger Tactical Pen. Okay, this is it. It looks kind of ominous. It's pretty cool looking. It's screw on. So this top screws on and off, okay? But when it's on, it feels really sturdy, and it has a really good tip, and it writes really well. So you gotta unscrew it. I'm gonna unscrew it with this hand. Hold on, I'm gonna put this backwards. Watch. All right, I'm gonna put this here. So if I unscrew it, like you screw it really tight, and it's not going anywhere. So this feels really sturdy to use like this, and you can use it like this, but you can open it, just crack it, and then you can put it back here. So the cap doesn't go anywhere, and it writes really well. So when you put it back on, it's really sturdy. It feels more sturdy than the Smith & Wesson, and I think it's a little longer too. So it could be used hammer fist, backward hammer fist, and you could use it jabbing too. But you see the difference. Here's the Boker one. It's a lot smaller, but it doesn't have a top, so it just opens like a regular pen. But this one writes really good. What I was showing you guys on this one, I really like this one, but it unscrews. It's really sturdy, but then the cap can't go anywhere, so you can't use it and write. So you have to put the cap somewhere, and you're gonna lose it. So I mean, to me, all the other ones, like this one, this cap comes off, and then it fits on the bottom. Okay, bang. Which one? If I had to get a new, I don't even know, because I carry this one right now, the Smith & Wesson one, the newer one. I like this one the best I have, but it is kind of a pain just to screw it on and then screw the cap back on. I mean, it's not really that big of a pain, but I don't know, like the newer one I got, the Hoffman one, this Hoffman, it just snaps off and it snaps on, and it feels almost as sturdy. Not quite as sturdy as this one, but like I said, it's so much easier to take on and off. It might be worth it. I don't know. I'm gonna try play with this one, and they're all about the same weight. None of them's much heavier. But this one's a kind of a cool one. I like the way this one's so small. If I had to use it, I'd use it here, right? For jabbing anyway. Pop, and you don't need a cover, because it has a, what do you call it right there, right? So you bing, it's closed, and now bing, it's open. So I like this one. It's one piece, and it's super sturdy. So that's it. Those are my two new ones, the Hoffman and the Boker. Okay, so that's my new pen review, guys. Anyway, that's how I feel about that. And those are my new tactical pens. I love to carry them when I go on a plane or anything. And, I don't know. I mean, some people call me paranoid. I like to say I'm safe, and I want to feel protected. Yeah, I mean, I know martial arts pretty well, but you know what, man? It's a crazy place out there. People are freaking evil, and there's some violent, evil people. And if even though I'm a martial artist, if I have to have an equalizer here and there, I mean, I'm not looking to get into a street fight and call it Marcus of Queensberry rules and try to fight fair. Nah, I don't want to get jumped. I don't want to fight anymore. I'm too old. I want to go home. I want to be safe. I want to go home and watch TV and shit. So things are getting worse out there. So I'm going to equalize any way I can in a street fight. There's no fair fighting in a street fight. The only fairness is if I get home, it's fair. So I carry a tactical pen when I'm writing. I carry some other things here and there. But my advice to you is, if you carry anything, make sure you train with it. I train with these. I mean, it's not like I go out and spend hours. I mean, basically, I get some grips down. And I have a video on YouTube about this could save your life. And there's a tactical pen instructional that you can look at. And it shows my different grips and different ways to use it, etc. Okay? So thanks for coming, guys, and please like, share, and comment, and subscribe to my site, subscribe to my YouTube, and then like, and then share. Thanks, guys.